Hello, everyone. Welcome to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event, the D.I.V.E Social Summit for short. If you are new to D.I.V.E Live Online, my name is Iona Meade. I am your big vision and mission purposepreneur and founder of the Soul Speakers Academy and your host for this interview series, where I've brought together 49 guest experts from all over the world. And we have soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. So if hopefully this interview is going to come to you in divine timing, with divine energy, and in divine flow. So we have our free gifts that we're sharing, and also our soul-inspired strategy, which I'll leave the free gift around this interview for you. So we know that the universe brings us what we need, and it's not always much fun to do it alone. And that's why you'll be able to connect with me, my guests, and all the other like-minded attendees for the social summit in our Soul Speakers Drive Facebook group. So we have about 20 minutes together today, and I'm going to introduce you to my very special guest. I've been really looking forward to this. So please welcome Monique Manigault. Hi, Monique.
Hi.
Hello. So let me give you a warm introduction. So Monique is a business leveraging strategist, author, powerful speaker, and unrelenting teacher. With over a decade of experience as a New York attorney, Monique has advised, educated, and assisted her clients in building businesses of all levels. Bred from an entrepreneurial family, this serial entrepreneur has honed into the key strategies that move businesses forward and propels exponential growth. In addition, she's leading workshops, seminars, and speaking throughout the country. Monique maintains a private one-on-one coaching practice with her business coaching clients, helping them and coaching them on everything from leveraging current relationships to overcoming challenges that blocking their growth. So guys, if you have any questions whatsoever throughout this interview, do leave them below. And if you are here on Monique's Speech today, then do come over to the Facebook group because we want to continue on the conversation. So Monique, before we get into your free gift that you've brought to the summit, and I thank you for that, and your soul inspired strategy, can you share with our audience a little bit about how you've come to do what you're doing today?
Sure. Let me first take a moment. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this extraordinary event. I'm so thrilled to be a part of it, and you're so wonderful, and it's just a terrific honor to be a part of it. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
So you're welcome. So what I do as a business leveraging coach is I work with entrepreneurs on growing their business at top speed using the least amount of cash. And we do that systematically through a variety of ways, really by tapping into the entrepreneur, working and supporting them with their gifts and, you know, the great offerings they have for the world and their service, and then balancing that by assisting them in overcoming the many challenges that we all have as entrepreneurs. And I've been doing that for quite some time, and it's just been wonderful. It's a wonderful honor to be able to assist entrepreneurs in that way.
Oh, thank you, Monique. That's amazing. I love that. I love your story and how you've come to do what you're doing. And it's so amazing to be able to support other entrepreneurs. And it's so amazing to do something that really lights you up, right? And I love that you say the fastest path, right, with not much cash. So because sometimes we might not have an exponential budget, or we're just getting started out, or we've been on the road for a while and we don't know how to leverage our time, energy, and money, or reach our clients necessarily, right? So you're going to bring up your gift, yeah? What you can say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I said absolutely. I mean, what I have found consistently is that one of the main issues, particularly for small business owners, is the issue with cash. And people don't have enough of it usually. And if they do, and they're able to invest, they don't know where to invest it specifically in their business to see the results that are necessary. And normally, whether you're starting out, whether you're growing, scaling your business, regardless of what level you're at, it's important to be able to put the money in the right places so that you can see the growth that you want. So we focus specifically on, teaming up with the entrepreneur, focusing in the particular areas that will launch them furthest in the shortest amount of time using the least amount of cash.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Guys, if you resonate with that, then do leave your comments below. Stay tuned because Monique has a lot to share. So you bring to the summit your free gift. And I'll introduce that, and then you can share with our audience what it is that they'll get from that. Again, we'll have the link around this interview.
Sure.
So you talk about the top 7 things to do in the next 7 days, guys. 7 days, that's all it takes to start like flipping things around. So 7 days to catapult the profits in your business. Who doesn't want to catapult their profits in the business? And sometimes you think, is it going to take me that 7 days? Can I really start to turn it around? The things that you share in there are super clear and really powerful. Can you share with our audience a little bit more on that?
Sure. What I have found working with entrepreneurs as a business mentor, coach, as well as an attorney, is that what most people don't have is a strategic plan. And unfortunately, a lot of entrepreneurs don't necessarily know how to build a successful business. I am an attorney, so I went to law school. Most people who work in their professions have some sort of training. Most entrepreneurs have none, absolutely none. And so it's key to create a strategic blueprint so that you know exactly where you should be spending your time, your energy, your focus, your dollars to move your business forward. So over our freebie throughout the 7-day blueprint, if you will, I go through the key components that are necessary for you to follow. Oftentimes we know things intellectually. We know, well, we have to focus on this and we need to bring in money, and we kind of have the general ideas around what's necessary, but we don't really know how to sit down, put pen to paper, and make it happen. And so through the week, in the freebie, we go through each day strategically putting a label on what you're supposed to focus on every day. And if you do that, right, if you do it systematically, absolutely, it will move your business forward.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And guys, let us know, do you have a strategic plan? Most people don't. Most people, see the need to write a shopping list, but they don't sit down with the business, right, and actually think it through. And I know that, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming if you haven't been shown, actually, this is what you do. Sometimes it's like, well, I don't know what the next best step is, or I don't know what to do in what order, or I don't think I have the time, because you might not think that it's going to bring you that return on investment. It's going to be worth your time investment. So if you do these steps, let us know how you find it. We know that it's going to be super, super valuable for you. So Monique, I know that you have the 7 things to do, and we don't have time to cover them all. Again, if you want, I give you full permission to multitask and go and get Monique's freebie today. So we don't have time to cover them all, but there's a couple of things that popped out for me, and you can take it where you want to go. But the first step and the 4th step, because I know that you can't go further down them. That's what I was saying about in order. I recognize that you're giving people the things in order. You don't get to the meat and juice without starting at the first thing. So can you talk about getting clear and concise and focusing on your message and your target group and that intention? That'd be great.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you started with that, right? That is the first day. And what's so important about that, I wanted to mention that when I first decided to create this freebie in particular, I wanted to make sure it was really something that delivered the goods. Oftentimes we receive freebies and, programs and all sorts of things that really, it might give a little bit of information, but then when you kind of get to the end, that's kind of it. I wanted to create something, it's kind of it, and you're kind of left there. I wanted to give what was essential to be able to move you forward no matter what level you're at. And you must start that by first getting centered, right? Being still with yourself and being clear on what it is that you want to create, what you have the desire to create, what is your intention to create. And for those people starting out, it might seem like an obvious step, but it really is important and key for those who have already started, because oftentimes we kind of fall to the side of what our true business intention was. And so we must continue to focus and refocus on what it is we want to give out to the world, what our gifts are. And oftentimes our gifts shift and change, our life changes. And so we have to kind of be able to make an assessment about where we are, where our business is, and where we want to take it to go. And so to do that, you must kind of, quiet everything else, be still, define that for yourself, and define for yourself what you want your business to be, what you want it to look like, and what the success of that looks like. Because what's success for one person certainly is not success for someone else. And you have to really be able to define that for yourself.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much. And, if you've got that piece down, which as Monique says, most people don't, and it's not a fault or, like, oh, I haven't done that now I'm going to beat myself up. No, just get it done. And if you've already got that done, then recapping it and actually writing it down, anchoring that in and as part of that plan, because then you'll know, actually, I know a little bit of this, and I might have missed out this piece. Or as Monique says, you evolve and you change and you grow. And I love that you talk about there with that first step about your niche, your target market. What do they want? I like to call it confirming your profitable purpose, actually knowing what message you want to give out in the world, but also addressing the needs and the problems of your ideal clients, your market, and building that business around that. So with that done, so there's more steps, guys, and let us know how you find it, right? So the fourth step really popped out for me, where you talk about spending an entire day focused on income generating strategies. So you have to, that's why I say you have to go through these steps in order, but spending an entire day on income. So for our audience and for myself back in the day and looking and the journey that I've come to now, it's like income generate. Well, I don't really feel comfortable about receiving the money for my business. I'm out there, I'm trying to spread the love and have this transformation more, but when it comes to money, I'm stuck, and that's probably where you step in. So income generating strategies, what does that mean, and what would their day look like?
Right. For different businesses, it will definitely look different. But really what it's about is focusing on those activities which brings income into your business. Now, the vast majority of businesses are for profit. And so, we're not just kind of, middling through, we're supposed to be bringing in cash. And although people are oftentimes uncomfortable in acknowledging that and kind of dealing with that, particularly women more so than men, that is something that we have to focus on. I know here in America, of women business owners, 75% don't even break $50,000 gross annually, right? And, I think that that's a very, very sad statistic. And for me, also the findings of American Express Business is that it's not because people don't necessarily want to, it's because they don't have the education to do so, And a big part of that is being able to bring in the income into the business. Oftentimes, particularly women, but people in general, want to focus on giving, and are not necessarily concerned with the receiving part of it. And as a business owner, it is your responsibility and your duty, not only to yourself, but to your business, your supporting staff, and anyone else that is connected to you, to be just as disciplined and concerned about the income producing as about the goods and the services that you provide. It's essential. It's essential. So for that day, what I recommend is to focus on that. If you're a speaker, a great thing to do is to spend that day reaching out and connecting with organizations, people, people you may have relationships with, you don't have relationships with, to connect to be able to get in front of an audience, right? For speakers, if you are, even if it's a small group, even if it's 4 group, I have had magic happen at a small event of 3 and 4 people. So as long as you're in front of people, you're able to spread your words, spread your message to the world, offer your services, thereby being able to generate income producing activities if you have a product program or something to offer during your talk. And so that's an example for someone that's like a speaker. But whomever it may be, it would be an activity that goes directly to income coming into your business. So whether it's setting up meetings with clients, if you have a product to sell, a book, perhaps finishing that up, getting the marketing piece to that, whatever is going to generate sales at the end for you.
Oh, I love that. And guys, if that resonates with you, do let us know. Take notes, right? I love that you say that, and it sounds easy for me, because what we're doing is saying, get clear on that intention of your business, that if you're in business, you've created the business, you've had that idea, you've had that passion, you have that drive, that purpose, that calling, right? So it's putting that framework around that. As a purpose-driven business owner, you own your business. And so sometimes it's a case of, well, I know I'm good at this part, and like you said, Monique, not being disciplined in other parts, and it's not great. It's not great to do that. I was somebody that did it. I ended up going through a really messy divorce, the arguments with the money. I had my home repossessed. I declared my finances bankrupt. I lived in a homeless unit. Trust me, saying, oh, well, I'm worrying about it, letting it be on your mind, saying money's not important. Well, if you're in business, that's an energy exchange. It's a value exchange. If you're in what I call a soul sucking day job, and you want to transfer out of that, then that's the way to do it, is to have those income generating strategies and spend that entire day and make it that regular plan that you're actually going to sit down and take out the busy work out of your business that might be weighing you down, and actually get to the nuts and bolts of getting a hold and a handle on it, and pulling it back within your control. You're leading it rather than it leading you, right, Monique?
Absolutely. Taking control of the time and your activities to make sure that you're focused on it. Because if not, all that busy work and all that stuff, all the minutia that we kind of get caught up in, can really consume you. And the next thing you know, days have passed, weeks have passed, months have passed, and you spent no time on any income generating activity. And that's what you don't want to happen.
No, you don't. No, definitely not. So guys, let us know where you're at. There's no, at the end of the day, I share my story. I it is what it is. You are where you are, whether you come and you share or not, but just knowing that yourself, having that aha moment is like, it's time. So again, I will put that link for you. Grab it. Let us know how you find it. But so let's move on to your soul inspired strategy for the day. And for those of you who are new to D.I.V.E Live Online, and if you're not, and you like this part of the day, because I do, the soul inspired strategy is, each of our guests are bringing in those steps, those tools, those tips, those strategies, those practical things, right? But the soul inspired strategy is just that. It's about helping you to move and feel your way in your life and your business and your marketing, because you were at the forefront of everything. You're at the core of everything, right? So Monique, please do share your soul inspired strategy for the day.
Yes, and I love that you have us sharing this, because I think it's it's just wonderful, and ties into the theme of this program. Yeah. And for me, I think what's really important is to go back to what's authentic for you, and really tapping into who it is you are, what it is you were brought here to do, to deliver to the world. and making sure that the business that you create, whether it's created or yet to be created, is in complete and total alignment with that. And so many people, many of my clients ask me, how do you do that? How do you go about doing that? You go about doing that by silencing the outside world. You know, what I find in my practice as a business leveraging strategist is that so many of my clients have created businesses that really don't even serve them. You know, they have these businesses that some may deem as successful from a financial standpoint, but they are working 6 days a week, and that doesn't serve them personally, right? And so they're dreading that and they're hating that. But that's the life they created for themselves. And so I believe that it's imperative to silence everyone else, right? So that might be friends, family members, parents, spouses, children, and just really tapping into what is real and authentic for you. And defining that, mapping that out, right? And then creating a business that supports that. Because once you are able to have your business support who you are authentically and your gifts and your desires, you know, really, then you're able to explode. Without doing so, you'll never get off the ground. So you want to make sure that you tap into what is real for you, create what's real for you, and then begin to create a blueprint and a plan to move that forward.
Well, thank you so much, Monique. I really appreciate that. And I second that and some. And that's one of the reasons why I created the summit in the way that I have, and, you know, bringing in guest experts, so I like to call sub-speakers in different areas of your life, because when you have those stresses or those things, you're working towards something and almost forcing it, chaos can sometimes, not always, but sometimes feel like it's unfolding in life. And you think, why am I doing?
Yes, the universe raises up and shows you. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that you do say that to me. And we have those conversations, and working with people, partnering with people, and creating that business. You know, I could talk forever and a day. I could talk with Monique forever and a day, and we're working, right? This is us showing up, putting that in our business in ways that we love, you know, reaching you, speaking our message, getting our message out in front of people, because we believe in that transformation, right? You believe in transformation, I'm sure, and creating a business that supports that, supports you, leverages, as Monique says, leverages your time, money, and energy, and knowing where to put your focus, what to do and when, priceless.
Absolutely.
Everlasting.
Priceless.
Yeah, and that's that foundation. If you don't have that foundation and that platform to build from, then, like you say, you don't get off the ground, but it just falls back down to ground zero, and we don't want that for you. So, Monique, I'm going to wrap up today, and then I'll ask you if you have anything to add. So, guys, if you've loved this interview, which I have, love it, do share. You know, invite your guys in. If you know that somebody's having those struggles, or that in a tug of war, like, where do I go with my business? How do I start? How do I create that? Then do let them know, share this message, because it's super powerful. So hopefully you've got some insights and some ahas and maybe divine downloads today. And we're not asking you to pay for the replays of the summit, of the interviews, and the freebies will be there for you. We're not locking off access to them, because we want to support you. And we don't want you behind closed doors stuck, right? Doing it all alone. There's no need for it. There are people out there that can support you in getting your message out there and putting that framework around your business. And as I said, we believe in transformation, and we know, each of my 49 guest experts, myself and Monique included, if you are somebody who wants to provide that transformation in the world, transformation begins one person at a time, right? And that person is you. You know, it really is, it's you. So we invite you to come into the summit and really feel it and experience it. It's your time to just have that shift and really see what is possible for you. So I open up my Soul Speakers Academy during the event, during the bonus training. It's called Speak Your Soul's Message 101. So you can get featured on Hangouts, virtual events, summits, and radio, like we are, and just have some fun and playful out. And if you love what Monique's sharing, and I'm sure you will, then she's also going to be gifting to my, what I call an Uber giveaway, along with all of my guest experts. Super powerful, just supporting you in whatever area that you need it, as well as business, in life, relationships. So come into the summit, have a look at all of my guest experts, their area of expertise. If you need a lot or a little help in whatever area, then we're here to support you if you want to move forward with that. We'd be doing you a disservice if we didn't offer that. And so I really want to know what it is that you've got from this interview. It's really important for us to know that it's touching you heart to heart. And so with that, what I'll do is give Monique the final word, and then we'll wrap up. And hopefully if you're here on Monique's feature day, again, come over to the Facebook group, ask some questions, step out of that comfort zone. And if you're not, do take inspired action anyway. So Monique, do you have anything to add before we hop off?
Yes, I just want to mention, first of all, I would love to connect with you all in the group. That would be terrific. I have so much more information to share. Would love to hear your questions and provide, my take on giving you the support and the answers. I also just want to mention, for those people who are dealing with, kind of fear around this issue and not really sure how to proceed or what to do, or they might feel like, oh, I'm not ready for this. I hear it all when I speak, and I, have people come up to me afterwards. And what I want to say is, take a dive into the information and into what it is that we're offering, and allow the information to meet you where you are. You're not in a place that, we as speakers, as Iona, who is leading this program, have not been before. And we can help and support you through that. So wherever you are, know that this is for you, and it will help you get to where you want to be. We have all experienced it, and we, have all been able to push through.
Oh, thank you. That is so beautiful. It's so true. And that's why I share my story and my journey. And, I'm not perfect sitting here as the host. I'm sitting here taking notes, trust me, right? So it'll be like replay. I can get the nuggets. We're all learning. And it's like you're here for a reason, for a start. We know that. And when we have the information in front of us and we say, nah, oh, well, it's because of this, it's because we miss those opportunities. And not to say that it won't come around, but why not now? Why not?
Why not?
Why not now? So I am going to wrap up for today. So I'm going to bring you another soul speaker. Super excited to continue on the Social Summit, sharing more soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. This is Iona Meade saying I shall see you over at www.D.I.V.E Live online. Take care, guys.
Thank you.